Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm back again today with a first impressions of this little deck here, the Gentle Chaos deck. I did try to show this deck in my last video, my ramble about deck collecting, and I was much more preoccupied with my thoughts than the deck, and the cards were all stuck together, and so I didn't do a very good job at all of showing you it. So I'm here today, hopefully for not long, just to show you this little deck. It's an oracle deck, a pocket oracle deck, and it's by Tyler Geisha. That's how you pronounce that, aka GhostHoney. And I wasn't aware of who GhostHoney is, so I had a look on Google, and he is an artist who lives in LA, I think, and he's a TikToker. I think he's a person who does TikTok videos. So that is who he is. That is this person here. Excuse me. This deck is by runningpress.com, published by RP Minis. An imprint of Perseus Books, a subsidiary of Hachette Book Group Inc. It's a registered trademark of the Hachette Book Group. So there you go. I've never heard of this publishing group or this person actually, but I do really quite like this little deck. I have to say, it was part of my impulsive deck collecting that I've been doing recently, my coping strategy for managing my stress of buying decks, and this is my most recent little purchase. It comes in quite a bizarre little sort of arrangement of a box here. I probably won't keep it in this box. It's quite a nice little idea how the book sort of slides onto there, but I have to say I don't really like this sort of plastic affair here that the cards are in. I always have to have a moan about boxes. There's very few boxes that I do really like, if I'm honest, so it's not a surprise I don't like this one. What I really do like is this gorgeous little deck. Comes with this little wooden stand with a little sort of, I don't know what that is, fleur-de-lis or something, little engraving on the wood. But unfortunately I can't really use it for this video because I've tried a couple of times and I just couldn't get the video for you to be able to see the cards clearly. So I won't use it for this video, but you can see they've got this really quite pretty little gold gilding on them as well. That goes quite nicely with this sort of olive green colour. So I'll show you, I think I'll show you each of the cards, and then I'll maybe pick one and I'll read from the book. There's not a lot written in this little guidebook. There is a little introduction. This is copyright 2023 actually. I think this was brand new in the UK when I bought it. It had just been released. So there's an introduction on here, and there are some card meanings. I don't know how many cards are here, maybe 30 or so. These are page numbers, not the numbers of the cards. And then as you can see, some of the cards have only got like a paragraph. Some have got more. Some have got like a little poem or rhyme to do with them. But yeah, let's have a look at the cards. I find them, I've had a flick through them a couple of times because, like I said, they were all stuck together, and I wanted to unstick them. But they're quite intuitive actually. They kind of, that one's stuck together already. How are they stuck together? Feels like they're wet, but how would they be wet? That is bizarre, isn't it? maybe I was handling them earlier when I had damp hands. That could be it, couldn't it? So yeah, they're quite strange, random little cards. It's quite a unique little oracle deck, quite quirky little oracle deck, but I do like it. You know, this card here, the threshold. So immediately you're starting to think, well, on the threshold of what? What's on the other side? What's next? And it sort of prompts questions, I think, quite quickly in your mind. Like the teeth. I don't like that image, if I'm honest. It makes me think of horror films and serial killers. But also, it makes me think about dreams. I'm sure I read many, many years ago, and I'm familiar myself from my own dreams, that often if you dream of teeth, it kind of represents coming of age, you know, big changes in your life, times of big change. The wedding day roses. I mean, how bizarre is that? The twisting road. I like that. Again, that makes you think, doesn't it? The tower. The tower, you know, you can't help but associate things when you think of the tower if you have knowledge of tarot. The yellow angel trumpet. So these beautiful flowers here. Some of these are very intuitive and they sort of spark questions and thoughts very quickly, and others you just sort of look at and you think, well, what's that? Like the Barter's fairy cone, this ice cream here with chocolate and everything on it. I mean, what does that mean? The bricks. See, straight away I look at that and I think, well, why are they not laid uniformly? Why have they not been put straight? Why are they a mess? How have they managed to become like that? What's happened? What's in between the bricks? Is it flower petals? Is it confetti? Has there been a wedding? Makes me think of all sorts. The bridge. The cave. The cave is a very womb-like image, isn't it? It's a place of safety and sanctuary and warmth and comfort. The child. I wonder if that's actually GhostHoney when he was a child. It's very cute. The chocolate rabbit. I mean, what a funny image is that? That makes me think of Easter. That's when we would have chocolate rabbits. The crystal ball. I mean, every time the light hit that differently, you would see different things, wouldn't you? The declaration. What does that say? I am magic. I am magic. The curtain. There's a curtain twitcher there. The person, that could be me, that could. I spend an awful lot of time at home, and I'm very sensitive to noise, so I could very quickly be a curtain twitcher. The deer, very nice. The enchantment. Making wishes, setting intentions, prayers. The facade. So I mean, we can see, can't we, just about into all these little buildings here. I suppose that would make me think of, like, you know, what you see on the outside, on the exterior, is not always what's on the interior, is it? The forest floor. An environment all of itself. The field. Beautiful field. The garden snake. I mean, what a peculiar image. The garden with the rose. Blossoming. Abundance. Beautiful. The found photos. Wow. Well, depending on whether these were photos from your own family or not, the questions that these would bring to mind. the puzzling that you could do over found photos. This one, the goblin of all lost things and stuff. Well, I think we all have one of those, don't we? I certainly do. And this is GhostHoney, apparently, or at least the top half of him. The home. Looks like there's 3 different homes there. A bungalow and houses, maybe a barn or something, I'm not sure. Peculiar. The imagined place. The imagined place, so maybe like a cottage in an enchanted forest. The jellyfish. The lone cypress. Like the clinging to life there on the edge of the rock, surviving against all the odds. The leaf. Beautiful leaf with a bit decaying on it. The lost sock. Well, we all have a place where the lost socks go to, don't we? I think the goblin of all lost things takes the socks. The man of mist. It's a peculiar one, isn't it? The lovebirds. The mantra. There is magic here. The mirror. Very, very important, the mirror. The moon pie. See, I don't know what a moon pie is, being from the UK. That, to me, looks a bit like a jammy, not a jammy dodger, a wagon wheel. That's it, a wagon wheel. They were like chocolate on the outside with marshmallow and jam and sort of biscuity stuff on the inside. They were wagon wheels. The moths. Oscar's wife. What a peculiar one. Oscar's wife. She's like a fishwife there. Bless her. The ocean. The palms. The path. I like those sort of cards. Your imagination just always is like, well, where is the path taking you? The prayer. The Queen of the Night. How beautiful is that? Looks a bit like jasmine. I'm not sure what that is. The ring. Wow. The roots. So immediately we start to think about perhaps ancestry, family, being grounded, what home means to you. The safe place. I don't know where that is. Perhaps that's under your duvet. That would be my safe place. That could be a person lying under their duvet, couldn't it? Looking up at their duvet cover. Or hiding behind their curtains. The shells. The swans in the cemetery. How peculiar. And the sky. So, let's give these a quick little shuffle. They are very cute little cards, actually, that fit very nicely in your hand. And I'm afraid I don't have another deck of cards, of like tarot cards to show you, but these are small. I mean, you can see in my hand, they are small. So let's give them a little shuffle, if they will shuffle, because they are still kind of sticky. They're not glossy cards at all. They're quite matte, so I don't know why they are so sticky. Yeah, I don't know why they're so sticky, because they're not glossy at all. You tend to associate sticky cards, sorry about that, hitting the camera, that's terrible, isn't it? You tend to associate sticky cards with glossy cards, don't you? So let's choose one. There we go. We've come up with the jellyfish. So let's have a read. The jellyfish. Home, the jellyfish. The jellyfish. Sometimes I think I truly wouldn't mind being a jellyfish. Maybe I'll be rewarded in my next life if I am good. To have no ego at all, even with the potential of immortality, unburdened by thought, toxic but not cruel, as delicate as water itself, a gift from the moon herself. The jellyfish reminds us to let ourselves exist simply and just be. Wow. What a brilliant message, actually. What a lovely little poem, because I think that is a poem, isn't it? What a lovely little poem, and what a great message, because, you know, when I did that video the other day about my deck collecting and about my impulse and urge to spend money at the moment because I'm struggling, because I'm feeling agitated and unsettled, is because I'm having trouble being in the present, being in the moment. By buying things, by spending money, by buying things, I'm kind of always putting myself in the future. I'm waiting for that day of that deck, or those pencils, or the candles, or the candle holder, or whatever to be delivered to my door, and for me to have it. And so it's like I'm putting off my pleasure to another day, rather than to just simply be in the moment, to exist and simply be in the moment, just like a jellyfish. To have no ego at all, to be toxic but not cruel. I really totally get that, actually. And what a profound card, really, considering that it's exactly what I've been struggling with just recently, to be in the moment, to just exist and that be enough. To not have to have things to look forward to not have to give in to that impulse of feeling insecure and, yeah, not being able to sit in the moment, and it be enough. So there we go. I really quite like this little oracle deck, actually, and I think I'm going to use it over the next few days or week or so with some readings and see what it adds to my readings. Maybe pull one every day and see what it adds, and I shall report back on this deck towards the end of the month, when I come back and do a what have I been up to type video. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I think it's quite a cute little deck, actually, and I think it cost me something like £10.79 from Amazon. So it's certainly not an expensive deck in the UK, and as I said, it's brand new, I think. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Please do say hello. Love to you all, and I'll see you all again soon.